He was a joy to watch and was blessed with excellent timing. I am joined by none other than legendary Roy Dias, former Sri Lankan cricketer. Sir, welcome to Revsportz.
It's my pleasure. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for
Yeah.
inviting me. And I'm glad that you're here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Sir, let us start with your knock that you played against India in Chepak. Means one of your best knocks.
One of the best knocks, I will say, because it was just, we were new to Test cricket. And then when I got out for 97, I was disappointed because after a Test match 97, that was just before the tea break. And I came back to the dressing room. And then one of my colleagues said, Roy, Sunil Gavaskar wants to speak to you. So I got up and went up to him and he said, he shook hands with me, and he said, Roy, that's one of the best innings I have seen. And that was more than 100 for me. I will never ever forget that, because from a master to come and tell me a raw test player, it was amazing. I will never forget that, and that's one of the moments I really enjoyed. As I said, it's more than 100 for me to hear that from the master himself.
Yeah, obviously, talking about that knock, to be playing that innings against the turning ball, and Chennai, we all know, has always favored the spinners. Can you just talk us a little bit about that knock?
When I was a young kid, and once one of my coaches told me, Roy, if you want to play spin, there are only two shots. Either you stop the ball, play defensive, so where you can kiss the ball, or play a positive shot. Don't go nudging here and there, because that's where you give the bowler a chance. And I feel that if you have a good defense on any track, most important thing is you have to watch the ball and play late. So that's what I did. And I remember uh, my first tour to India, it was in 1973 or 4, captained by Andhra Tennakun. We had 3 unofficial test matches. And then we had a dinner, and I went up to Andhra and said, Sir, we are going to India. Yes, of course, Roy, you're coming with me. I said, yes, sir, but there are 4 spinners. That's Venkatragan, Vishan Singh Bedi, Prasanna, and Chandrasekhara. And definitely they will play. Yes, of course, they will play. Then I asked him, how can we play him? Then Andhra told me there are only 2 shots. If you're playing defense, you make sure you can kiss the ball. That's real defense. Otherwise, play a positive shot. Then, in the meantime, I must say that when I was playing Test cricket, the legendary, the great Sir Gary Sobers was coaching us, and then he told me a few things about batting against spin. He said, if you take your stance, Roy, and if your eyelids go up in a normal batting position, that means the ball is coming up to you. So that's the time you can use your feet. If your eyelids are straight, that means the ball is going to be short. And then you can rock back to the back leg. And those are the few areas that I enjoyed, was coached, and that helped me a lot. And I used to enjoy playing spin as well. And that's the way I went through. And it was just sheer watching the ball and playing late.
That is one area that the current generation of batters are lacking.
I won't say they are lacking. It's just that for a young kid, number one is to play a defense shot, either on the back foot or front foot. But if you have a good defense, you can play the other shots. So most important thing, you must know how to defend a ball and play straight. Play straight with a straight bat. That is very, very important. And always try to keep it down. So these are few areas that I learned, and that's one thing I give back to these young players, which is important, I think.
Yeah. Mr. Das, if I may ask you, means Sri Lanka has always produced great batters. Means you were there, Siddharth Pettimuni, Dulip Mendes, Aravinda De Silva, Mahela Jayawardene, Kumar Sangakkara. But post that, means apart from Angelo Matthews and Dinesh Chandimal, Sri Lanka hasn't produced great batters who can take on the world.
I think we had some good, talented players, no doubt about it. It's just that I feel that Test cricket, we are playing less Test cricket nowadays because I know Angelo Matthews retired from Test cricket because he said there's only one Test match for this year, which is for a Test player. I think you need at least 6 to 10 Test matches to go on, and that way you improve your temperament and staying power. But now it's more T20 cricket, and in T20 cricket, you can't play six dot balls. Nah? You can't give a maiden. So you go and play your shots if it's not there to play even. So I feel that Test cricket and one day cricket should be different, same, and T20 cricket different. Because in Test cricket, you get the fast bowler bowling 10, 15 overs a day. But in T20 cricket, it's only 4 overs. And even for the paces, 4 overs is not enough to do your thing. So I feel most important thing is Test cricket and one day cricket for me.
Right. So, talking about Sri Lankan cricket, you have been involved with Sri Lankan cricket both as a cricketer and also as a coach. Then you moved on to Nepal and you have. But do you think that you need to work more on the Sri Lankan cricket need to work more on developing the skill set when it comes to the younger generation of batters?
No, I think it's very important. You must know the basics. Once you know the basics, you can play the other shots. And for me, I right now I'm helping the under 15 players, which I requested for my former president, Mr. Shami Silva and Mr. Ashley Silva. Just give me the under 15 to help these young kids. And as a cricketer, I must give back something for cricketers, right? Especially young kids. And I'm enjoying this under 15, although for the last 3 years I have been appointed as a talent scout, but I prefer coaching. So then, even in Sri Lanka, there's quite a lot of under 15 players, young kids, who have got a lot of talent. It's just that we had to groom them the proper way. And it's where the under 15 coaches should start with the basics. And then when they come to the under 19 level, you don't have to teach them the basics. It's just that mental approach and man management. So that's what I'm happy that I got involved in the under 15s. And I must say that's quite a lot of players, very talented. But then you have to keep them in a separate place. Nah? You don't want to expose them immediately. And so that's the way it's going. And I still enjoy coaching because for Sri Lanka, I coached the under 15 national team when we played the first ever under 15 World Cup in England. I was the head coach. Then I got the break to coach the Sri Lankan national team when Arjuna was the captain in 98, 99. And also under Arjuna, we won the first ever test match in England where Murli ended up with getting 16 or 17 wickets. And Sanat Jayaswal got a brilliant double 100. Arvind got 170. Arjuna got 80. And I remember this incident because on the first day, we didn't know what to do wicket because we played at the Oval. And on one side, it was myself, Arjuna, Arvind, looking at the wicket, and we were thinking what to do. Then the other side, there was Nazav, I think Alex Stewart, and David Craven, I think. It was
David Craven, chairman of selectors.
Chairman of selectors. They were on the other side. And ultimately, we won the toss and we put them in. And after the first day's play, they were 300 out for 4 or 5. Then a friend of mine who played with me for my club course, Simon Hughes, who played for England as well, he was reporting and he came up to me and asked me, Roy, why did you all win the toss and put them in? I had no answer. So I just kept what I said, Simon, it's the first day. We have another 4 days to go. Speak to me after the fifth day. And ultimately, we won the test match. We won by 10 wickets, this thing. And then I went up to him after the match. I said, Simon, we decided to put them in because we thought Murli was our match winner as a bowler because we had to get 20 wickets. And if we had batted first and then got England to bat this first time, and if we had to give them the follow on, it was about 3 days of non-stop bowling for Murli. So it was a good chance for us to field first, then bat, then Murli has a break, and Murli will be fresh to bowl. But that was not what happened. But that's the way I mentioned because I was told even by Arjuna to go, don't worry, tell this. And he also laughed and he said, that's great, that's good thinking. But it's just that we were luck.
Right. So, if I may just shift the focus on Indian cricket, obviously you have watched Shubman Gill. I mean, you were telling me that you watched him first when Sri Lanka toured India.
Yes.
Can you just talk us about the first time you saw Shubman Gill bat?
It was the unofficial test match, A team in India, and we opened batting. And when I saw him, I really enjoyed watching him because when a player bats so nicely with everything is there, the stance, the defense, the drives, everything, I really enjoyed it, and I knew that one day, very soon, he's going to hit the top. And yeah, it has been proved. Now he's captain the Indian side. And amazing because you can easily judge a great player. So he's really, really good. And for me, he looks a very, very cool character. He doesn't get excited and he's not arrogant. That is very important for a captain because you need your team to bind together. So I think he'll be a good captain, like all the others, past captains. So I wish him all the very best, and he'll be there for another 10, 15 years, I think.
That's a big statement. That's a big statement. Sir, any other Indian batters that has impressed you?
I watched Sai, right, Sudarshan, and then even Dubey, the all round, I think. He played in that A team, and then Rishabh Pant is quite different. And
If I may ask you, that knock by Rishabh Pant in that second innings of the Galle Test means 66 of 69, and that is his kind of batting.
that's his style. That's his style. I don't think he should change his style, but just a little bit of more patience, I think. And because he can go to any bowling side, and even the other wicket keeper you all had, Krishan.
Dhruv Jurel.
No, earlier one, who played T20 cricket, Krishan.
Ishan Kishan.
Krishan, yeah. So, but if you are a natural player, you shouldn't change your style. But then it's just that mental approach. Because I know, like Sanat Jayasuriya, one of our heroes, he was an amazing player. But then his style was different. And so if he had changed, I don't think he could have come to that top level. As a coach, I don't think you should change.
But sir, if I may ask you, since you have mentioned the name of Kumar Sangakkara, why is that Sri Lanka have not produced great batters post that Sangakkara Jayawardena era?
But you have to really be committed, no doubt about it. You must be a committed player and you must have passion.
That is where the current generation is lacking.
I won't say that. I won't say that. It's just that they need more cricket and they're still young players, right? And you get matured when you're 30.
Who do you reckon as the greatest Sri Lankan batter? Means obviously you among, but if you are to rate the top five Sri Lankan batters over the years,
It's going to be difficult, no doubt about it. I don't want to commit myself, but I think during our time, I think I rate Arvind De Silva. Then even on a latter batsman, I think people, there were quite a few guys, Siddharth, Ranjan, Arjuna, Hashan, Roshan. They were great players. And that's why I think we won the World Cup. Because just imagine Arvind bats at 3, then Arjuna is there, and later who is there? Ashan Tilakaratne and Roshan Mahela. So we had a great batting lineup, and they knew what they have to do. So that's what I think these young players should know. What is my job?
what has been the difference having watched both the teams playing that first test in Galle?
I think the way we batted, we were in a hurry. We were in a hurry, and it's just that our guys couldn't get going because maybe they were more concentrated more on limited over cricket than test cricket, because test cricket you have to play session to session or water break to water break. This is what was told to me. When you go to bed, just think of the first water break, play up to that, then think of the next water break, then you have a break, lunch break. So that's the way I think we should continue. Play session to session and just enjoy. That's very, very important. Enjoy and learn from the others by watching. I have done that. I have watched a lot of players, and in fact, I must say this, that Sir Gary Sobers, the legendary Sir Gary Sobers, helped me a lot when he was coaching, and he was an amazing guy, person, and he he used to tell me a lot of things.
So it's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for your time. So that was Roy Dias exclusively for Rep Sports viewers. Keep watching this space. Keep watching Rep Sports to get more such interviews, side stories, and obviously the second test match is coming up at the SSC from on Sunday. So that's it for now. This is me, Debashis, signing out. Keep watching Rep Sports.
For India's best multi-sports coverage, your platform is one, and that's Revsportz. So like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I think by now you know that we will be everywhere in different parts of the world and bring you on-ground reportage. As I said, your best multi-sports coverage on Revsportz, your favorite destination.